So I put a little drop of thinner white spirits, paint thinner really, and oil in, just a drop into the paint to loosen it out a bit. That makes a run. I'm going to do this purple here with a little bit of the black. Right? Got to wipe it here. And now all you got to do is take your blade and get just a little bit on the blade there, and that will create your line. Okay, so now we'll move up to the painting. And if you hold it at a 45 and you bring it onto the painting and you run very lightly across, there it is. Better than normal. There's your beautiful purple line. And I said I used a brown, but I actually used a yellow orchid, as they call it. I call it sand, which I'm going to mix here once more. There we go. Can you see that? Yeah. I'm going to put a little bit of white in with this, just a little dab of this. This is soft white. Unusual, but they're selling it. I'm going to make a little bit of sand here. Bring it up in the knife again and run it just, that's steady up here, just below the black line. Isn't that lovely? Some of it came off, some of it didn't. Try it again. A little reverse there, huh? That's quite nice, except for the little lump there. There we go. Wipe that off. And then I went to the white, the zinc white. There's a little bit on the knife there again. And I brought it in down here outside as a wave. Isn't that lovely? Look at that. So that's how I'm creating that effect. Alright. Now in my advanced video I'll show you quite a few tricks. Now if you're not happy with one of the lines or they're too large, you take your little rubber wedge and you just change it a little bit. Right? You always have to wipe your wedge in between doing that. And this white line might be a little bit too big here. Shove it up a little. I even got a little bit of a wave effect by accident there. There's a little lump here. There we go. How's that look? Isn't that lovely? This one has a little mark coming down instead of in. You want the waves look like they're breaking in, not out. Isn't that pretty? There you go. That's how I got that effect. As you can see, I did change the mountains to green because it reminded me more of Ireland and England. So I'm mottling this in a little here. If you take away, you get highlights. See? And you can change the way the landscape looks. If you squint, you can see what you're doing a little. So you can create these lights and shadows. I changed it to this because I think it's more of an English-Irish scene than it is anything else. So I'm just playing with the lights and shadows now. Now, down in here, I'm putting a little purple ledge just now and then. Suggest the coastline. I haven't done this actually before, but I think it looks quite cool. So I'm just giving it a little definition in here. Well, that's a little strong. There it is. See? And then I went with my sandy color next with white, which I call sand, in here. Give it a little beach head. So I'm giving a little beach head. And then I put white on my tip, and I just run, oh, it's a little heavy here. I just run little waves in here. Now, I've been testing things out here a little, and this is the first time I've done this kind of a thing. But I quite like it. It's like the waves crashing. The painting's a little wet for this. But, you know, sometimes it's fun just to keep going and try to finish something. Look at that. And if you can define, you know, your one mountain from the other with light and dark, it's a much better way. So here is the little spit here where I want quite a bit of water. There we go. And I want this one to go in there so it looks like it's going behind, and this one in front. It's a little green there still, so I'll get rid of that later. A bit too much waves, so we'll just take them out a bit. As you can see, it's turning out to be a very nice painting. I may darken this a little with a little dark green in here, just to give the mountain definition, you know, from one to the other. But I would say we have quite a good painting here. So let's have a look at the painting, and I think we'll call it a day. It's getting cold out here. So there's the painting, more or less done. I've shown you quite a few techniques, and we've tried some new things out in the grass down here, which I quite like. And I've tried new shoreline techniques here, which I actually haven't done before. I have a small touch-ups, but I think in general, you know, this is pretty good painting, and I'm glad. I'm glad you watched, and I hope it helped you with your painting. So get out there and have a go at it. Everybody can do this. It's just a matter of technique and getting the idea of how to do the technique.